when I was making the short, I was really intrigued by the sense of, you know, when you wake up from a bad dream, that feeling of panicky doom that kind of lingers with you. I mean, for several minutes afterwards, even though you've realized it was just a dream, that sense of panic kind of lingers with you, and I wanted to try to capture that feeling on screen. And at the same time, I also really wanted to investigate sort of the pairing of something that might be supernatural that might present as something psychological. I think that not being believed is a universal fear that we can all relate to. And so the horror in the movie comes from experiencing something frightening, not understanding where it's coming from, and not being believed about it. And I wanted to take all of that stuff and create a film that feels like an escalating nightmare. Sosie came to the film incredibly prepared. She had created this document that she called Core Knowledge about the character, and leading up to production, we were talking constantly, trading ideas back and forth, and really working on the character together. The degree of difficulty of what she had to take on was enormous. She's not only in almost every scene, but she's operating at these extremely high levels of anxiety and stress and panic. And that can really take a toll on an actor, but she's incredibly committed to her craft and really knocked it out of the park. And I personally believe that she's given one of the most astounding debut lead performances in recent history. I think you're trying to, first and foremost, tell a great character story. I think that's the most important thing, because if we can't invest in the character, then we're not going to be frightened by their plight. So for me, it all really starts there. And once I think that there's a dramatic story that's really working, you start to layer in these moments that have the ability to really strike at the core of the audience and what they might be afraid of. And it's about anticipating what's going to potentially scare an audience and then finding ways to pull the rug out from underneath them and subvert their expectations. I chose to use the smile to represent the evil in the film because of the strength of the inherent contradiction. A smile is meant to be a warm, friendly gesture that is welcoming and inviting. And it's something that is primal within us. We learn to smile as babies before we even learn to speak. And I wanted to see if I could take that and flip it on its head and turn a smile into a threat, something that feels dangerous and evil, and see if I could use that to really creep audiences out. I think the film is going to surprise audiences while also respecting their intelligence. It's deeply psychological, but it's also shockingly visceral and physical. It's got big, frightening moments. They're going to hopefully cause audiences to jump out of their seat and scream. But it also leans into this creeping sense of unease that will slowly burrow its way underneath an audience's skin and hopefully linger with them long after the credits roll. It's going to